When you go to the doctor, they ask you all kinds of questions, right? How much do you drink? Do you smoke? Why are you here, right? The next question they may start asking is, so, how are things at home? And if you're anything like me, you're going to look around and go, okay, I thought I was coming to the doctor's office and not sitting down with my girlfriend for a cocktail. Why are you asking me, how are things at home? But it's a question they could soon start to ask because they've found out that roughly a third of all women and a quarter of all men, and yeah, you guys aren't immune, have experienced some sort of domestic violence in their lifetime. So much so that the U.S. Preventative Service Task Force is now recommending that all women of childbearing age be asked that question. How are things at home? Because they found out that there's a period in a woman's life where they are most vulnerable to some sort of domestic abuse. Now, I've sat down with doctors, and those doctors have said, yeah, you know what? A lot of times what's happening at home can manifest itself in disease. But we're not just talking about disease here. We're talking about domestic violence, something that's very serious and very, very scary. Health insurances, though, they don't have the money to pay for these things. So when the doctors ask those psychosocial type of questions, they're not going to get reimbursed from the health insurance companies. So they don't ask. Listen, I know that there are people out there who are offended, absolutely offended, if a doctor were to ask them, so, how are things at home? As if the doctor's insinuating that your husband beats you or something, when that's not quite the case. I don't get why you're so upset that a doctor is concerned for your health. Health is so much more than just diet and so much more than just exercise. There is such thing as mental health. And I think once we start realizing in this country that some of the deepest wounds and some of the biggest scars are the ones you can't see, that is when we will truly begin to heal.